Hi friends, Link here, and today I'd like to talk with you about Gunpla Custom Colors and just give you a quick run through on how I painted my Jegan. Now as we launch into this, first things first, gratitude. Gratitude amongst our awesome source community is always important. I want to give a shout out to Aaron Simons at WeatheredAs, who gifted me this kit. He actually even put most of it together for me too, which, you know, getting a GBWC champion to gift and build a kit for you is just crazy, isn't it? So thank you so much, Aaron. I really appreciate it. And it got me into MG Gunpla building very quickly. And yeah, I am excited. I get it. MG Gunpla are pretty cool kits, aren't they? So I'd seen the colorway on the box quite a few times, and you know, I like it. It's got that minty fresh sort of vibe, right? Which is pretty nifty. The box art really appeals to me personally too, because he's quite weathered. But when I watch the show, I mean, they last 3 seconds if they're a veteran, right? So I wanted something a little different, maybe a little bit more of a high spec, like a commander suit, for example. And as I got my hands on this was exactly when the P Bandai version was coming out. Now, I'm not all cashed up for P Bandai, right? And I have the skill of changing the colors on my models too. So I thought, you know, how about I just homage that one and develop a different one and test out some colors. I think that's one of the coolest things about Gunpla too, is that yes, we've got the Canon look, but also they're wonderful canvases for us to try out our own colorways. And there's basically infinite versions, right? Plus, I know this sounds weird, but I've not done, I don't think I've actually done a clean Gunpla until this one. So this is my first clean Gunpla, and I haven't done clean models for quite some time. Maybe 15 years or so since I was doing Warhammer. So that's the thing. I hope you're not disappointed to see a clean model from me, but I wanted to try it out. I also wanted to try out more metallics. So that was a big theme for me on this one too. And that was way fun. Metallics are really nifty to work with. So cool. Now the colors, so it was the white and it was the deep red. And I think there was some medium gray in the one that I saw that was pretty nifty. It inspired me. So I was thinking, okay, I wanted to militarize the color just a little bit more, because the minty green is, I mean, it's grown on me because I've been looking at the plastic and the kit for quite a bit. So it's grown on me since then, but I chose to go with this color first. It's a Gaia Notes regular series, Gaia color 213. It's fighter color. And I remember, but very clearly, in the blurb on the website, it's the 0 Sen, at least the underside color. So it's a very, very, very pale green, and as you can see, it's quite desaturated. They've added a lot of white to the color. I mean, we could call it a pastel as well, but pastels tend to have a bit more vibrancy left. So really, they've added gray to the light green color and produced this. And it's very attractive to my eyes. I quite liked it. So I thought that's the basis of it. When you choose your first color, you're laying down the order, the kind of colors that you can use. Until you get really clever and crazy, that is, and then you can shift it up. But for this one, I'm not that clever, and I'm only a little crazy. So I kept the colors going together pretty simply. So first one, light green. The next one, it had a deep red. I wanted this to look quite Japanese. So the Japanese fighter theme is pretty nifty to me. So I looked around in my collection and found Azuki. Now, this one's maybe a little bit more challenging for people to get, but it doesn't matter. We can make this color. We can make all these colors. So it's pretty simple. Azuki is the color of those Japanese red beans that you'll sometimes see in the confections from the old days. If you go to Kyoto, you'll be eating red beans all day. So that's a cool thing. This one's from Virtual On Color Series. But if we wanted to make this ourselves, I would simply start with red, blue, black, and white. That mix would produce this color, but you know, I'm pretty good at making colors, but I buy them just because it's, you know, it's so much easier. So Azuki, that's that one. Now looking at them, I'm really locked in now to my militarized and pastel version of these colors. See, and red and green work together so well. They're on the opposite ends of the color wheel. Now I need a interim color to hold them together. So straight grays, neutral grays are the easiest because being neutral, of course, they work with everything. But I wanted to add a little more flavor to it. So I went with the blue-green spectrum. And you can see this one is actually, it's another fighter color. And fighter to me sounds like a game character. I mean like this one's a US Navy color called blue-gray. Now again, you can see the colorway, it has enough gray so that they match up. And because it's an ocean gray that they use for camouflage, it's a lovely between blue and gray. And I thought it sits very nicely between the colors. So that's my primary triple within sorted. Because it's Gundam, it's yellow. I wanted to go very vibrant and primary with this one, so I went with this one, Sunshine Yellow. Any of the primary yellows will be fine for that. Plus, because it's very small, you want to punch it up a bit, so I went with the primary. I think it's only painted in one spot, isn't it? And then it's got a couple of yellow water slides. Sadly, water slides never have that punch that the color does, so okay. But if you look very closely and you have a keen eye, you'll also see that I have painted some gold sections, very small. It's part of yellow as well. Yellow, if you do NMM, you know that gold yellow is kind of the same thing from a certain point of view. So that's that one. They're all set. That's the basic colorway. Now moving along, there's some certain charm points, contrast colors. You see some of my other works, you'll know I like putting ID bands on things. I will totally do that with Gunpla too, of course. I think it also still works. But I wanted one striking ID color on this. So for the metallic portion, I went with Star Bright Iron from the Guy Notes Star Bright collection. And wow, these don't disappoint. For all of my friends that are watching this and have access and have used Star Bright colors, please shout it out in the comments because, you know, I've used lots of different metallics in the past. This is my first swing with, first try. First swing the bat, swinging the Gaia Metallics Star Bright bat, and just wow, they turned out really well. I don't know if it's cool to leave off the armor plates like this, but it looks so good, so I felt bad covering it up. So that's that. I think it's over black gloss. Sorry, I've painted a few things. I smelled the fumes. I forget things really quick. That was the basic one. It's got a slight undertone of brown. You can see it's a warm, it's like a warmed version of gunmetal almost. It looks lovely. I was really, really impressed with it. I thought, okay, because it's warm and the armor colors are cool, I stayed with coolish. I mean, Azuki's kind of a bit warm, but the rest are cool. So it's a cool theme. And I continued on with the warm on the metallics, and I grabbed this one just because I wanted to try one of them out. I mean, they smell weird and different. People say they're pretty good. What are these called again? Yeah, I totally prepared for the video. Sorry, guys. The Extreme Metal series, that's right. I don't know a lot about them. I'm so sorry. I'm not an expert on these, but I thought, okay, I'll give these a try. One of the cool ways I noticed, because I got a little sample of them, a selection, the bottom is like an oversaturated version because it looks like the colory bits all drop onto the bottom. So you can kind of, okay, it's going to be silver mixed with that. So it produced this color, and it's called pale burnt metal. Do they have rich burnt metal? Pale burnt metal. And it's brown. So it doesn't look cool, but it's high gloss. And because these smell like a mineral-based thing, I think they're an enamel, I didn't mess with them. No touch-up, nothing. They're as is, Sonomama on the kit. So what's the opposite of brown on our color wheel? Blue. I picked this up. This is one of these impulse buys. It's from the Frame Arms Music Girl series. Yes, I'm very familiar with this. I have like a whole weeb stash with Frame Arm Girls music version in the other room that's for OnlyFans. It's different. Not there's anything wrong, it's different. But I remember standing there. It was the big camera at Akihabara, huge stand of stuff. And this color is just so sweet, isn't it? And of course we could mix it. It's blue, yellow, and white. You could mess around forever and make this color. Or you could spend 280 yen, 280 yen, and get this. And that's what I did. And I've been dying for a chance to use it, so that went as my contrast for the thrusters. I'm super happy with how that turned out. Basically, this paint exists for me to do that, and I'm so happy with it. So that was my procedure. I went from main through to support colors, and then working down to support. To me, the frame is a background detail. I know that might sound weird because some models, the frame is actually the whole point of it. Apparently MG Barbatos, which I have, is all about the frame. So I may treat that a little differently, but this one, the frame is more ura, is what we say in Japanese. We say it's the background color. So I chose them last. I chose first the number one color that is mostly doing all the heavy lifting. It's over, what do you think, like 80% of the model chosen first, then the secondary, the tertiary, the minor detail, and then moving along to the other one. So that's how I approach not just Gunpla, but most of my models. Actually, I do have another custom one. It's a sneaky peek, this one. I don't know if you can see that. This is another custom colorway, and I basically went through that one. If you're interested, I can also do a quick chat about that one, but the video will go too long, so maybe another time. If you want to hear more about this dude, just please ask me in the comments below. That'd be cool. I'll leave you there. So, custom Gunpla colors. I want to do more, many more. And I'm also going to, I was going to say mess around. I can say mess around, right? I was going to mess around with a hand-brushed version too. Also, I want to do a hand-brushed acrylics version with custom colors as well. Just that will appeal to me because I've got a present from my friends at another business. I'll share that with you. I want to use them together. I thought that could be kind of nifty. Went a bit long. Sorry guys, I get a little excited about my Gunplas and my custom colors. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video. Please do the YouTubey things for me. We've also got I didn't set this up. We have a Paint on Plastic Discord community that is attached to the crowdfunding that I do for my work on Patreon. Patreon Paint on Plastic. We have a Discord community and it's huge. It's really active. I can't keep up. And it's loads of fun. They're hilarious. Those fine folks have actually just put together a group build. They loved the Maschinenkrieger competition. As soon as that finished, they said, we want to do a group build, and Gunpla won. So I think they're doing orbital vehicle theme, and I'm going to enter a Gunpla into that one. It looks like a load of fun. So if that's for you, that's on the cheapest tier. It's on the $5 one, and you can pay for that 1 year in advance, and you get like, I think, 2 months for free. So please consider that. That one's really awesome. That helps me to do all of this and share it with you. So that would be really awesome. Thanks always, guys. More soon.